No one dared approach the ancient alien warrior until one human did. The hall was silent. Every cadet, instructor, and dignitary in the Galactic Academy had gone still the moment the figure entered. Tall, armored in plates scarred with centuries of battle, its very presence radiated danger. The air seemed to thicken with each heavy step. The ancient warrior of the crag hull. Legends whispered that this being had fought in the first expansion wars before most species had even left their homeworlds. He had slain fleets, broken empires, and stood unchallenged for longer than anyone could remember. And now he stood here, towering over the assembly, his glowing eyes sweeping the room like blades. Not one dared to breathe too loudly. The craghull warrior tilted his head, his voice like grinding stone. Pathetic. Generations of peace have rotted your spines. Do none among you dare face me? I came to see if this academy breeds warriors or cowards. No one moved. Not the scaled Varians, not the feathered Kori, not the towering Ozak. Even the war-born Drax species bowed their heads, unwilling to meet his gaze. Until a chair scraped. Everyone turned. The sound was small, yet thunderous in the silence. A human cadet, barely more than a recruit, stood. She was not armored, nor trained in any weapon worthy of galactic battle. Her academy uniform looked plain against the craghull's scarred armor. She didn't flinch under the warrior's gaze. She simply stepped forward. Gasps rippled through the crowd. "Sit down, human," an instructor hissed, eyes wide with horror. "Do you know what that is?" The cadet ignored him. Her boots clicked against the polished floor, echoing as she walked closer, closer, until she stood just meters from the warrior. The craghull bent low, so close his breath ruffled her hair. His jagged teeth gleamed. "You would face me, little deathworlder?" She didn't blink. "I'd talk to you first." The silence deepened. No one talked to the craghull. The warrior studied her. His armor creaked as he shifted, perhaps amused, perhaps offended. "Why?" he rumbled. "Because you didn't come here to kill us," she said. Her voice was steady, clear. "If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. You came to test us. To see if anyone still has courage." The warrior's eyes narrowed. A dangerous sound, something between a growl and a chuckle, rumbled in his chest. "Bold words from prey." "I'm not prey." She raised her chin. "I'm human." A ripple of unease shivered through the assembly. To call oneself human in that moment, with that tone, was an act of defiance itself. The craghull leaned back, towering once more. "Human. I have heard of your kind. Deathworlders, creatures born from storms and beasts, from worlds that should have devoured you. The galaxy whispers of you now." He tapped his claw against the floor, each strike like a drumbeat. "Tell me, then, little human, if you are no prey, what are you?" The cadet didn't hesitate. "We are survivors. We don't wait for the fight to come, we walk into it." For the first time, the ancient warrior laughed. It was a booming, thunderous sound that rattled the walls. "You have steel in you, child. More than these softlings." He gestured contemptuously at the other cadets, who dared not look up. Then, suddenly, his laughter stopped. He drew his weapon, a massive blade older than the academy itself, and drove it point first into the floor between them. The shockwave knocked several cadets to their knees. The human stood her ground. The craghull's eyes burned brighter. "You do not tremble. You do not flee. Tell me, human, would you bleed with honor, should I test you further?" She met his gaze without faltering. "I'd bleed if I had to. But I'd make sure you remembered me after." The warrior froze. And then, slowly, he withdrew his weapon. "Enough." His voice was quieter now, but no less heavy with power. "Your kind fascinates me. Perhaps the galaxy has not grown entirely weak." He turned his gaze across the assembly, his voice carrying like a storm. "Mark this day. It was not the fiercest, nor the strongest, nor the most warlike among you who faced me. It was the human." He pointed one clawed finger toward her. "Remember her courage. Remember her defiance. For when the next war comes, and it will come, it is her kind who will stand in the fire without fear." With that, the warrior turned and left, his footsteps echoing until he was gone. The silence that followed was suffocating. Then, slowly, the cadets began to breathe again. Instructors exchanged uneasy glances. And all eyes turned to the human. She simply exhaled, like it was nothing. "What?" she said, almost annoyed. "Somebody had to do it." The room erupted, not in laughter, not yet, but in the realization of what had just happened. One human cadet had done what none of them dared, looked into the eyes of an ancient warrior feared across the stars, and left him the one unsettled.